Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. This video highlights creating the ultimate family investment office database. It's a case study for a USA-based client that's looking for ultra high net worth investors. And I'm going to show you how I actually am going to create the database, and it's going to be in a couple different parts, but it gives you an idea. If you are looking for ultra high net worth investors, this is a great video for you. A little bit about myself. I'm a fundraising strategist with 15 years of experience in high-end real estate sales and marketing, spanning Canada, Dubai, and the Caribbean. And over the last 2 years on Fiverr, I've assisted over 260 clients with startup fundraising, pitch deck refinement, investor outreach strategies, and custom investor databases. In addition, I serve as an advisor to a New York-based global private equity firm with funding commitments of $10 billion. The fund diversifies across many sectors, including in producing real estate, and frequently involves capital commitments in the range of $10 million to $20 million for each project. You can get more information about my services by clicking my Fiverr link below. So this video highlights a creation of an ultimate family investment office database. I'm going to explain a little bit about them as we move on throughout the video. So first things first, my databases include over 400,000 corporate and institutional investor and fundraising contacts. This includes venture capital, angel groups, private equity, family investment offices, investment banks, hedge funds, and more. So note, this is a custom database for a private client who wants to target ultra high net worth clients for real estate investments. So it's a little bit different than the broad ranged databases that I have, and again, it's for a custom client. So what is the main problem with family investment office databases? First of all, a lot of online companies have been selling these types of databases for many years on the internet at exorbitant prices, because there's been this belief that a family investment office database is really the holy grail when it comes to investor databases. And although they are a great target if you're looking to reach the super wealthy, the 1%, if you want to put it that way, but the problem is that the databases that are on the market, and there's a number of them, very high profile groups that are selling the databases, and the issue is three things. One, inaccurate classification. A lot of times these databases are scraped from the internet and have the word family incorrectly defined. For example, it might be a wealth management company that just says it's for individuals or families. So again, it's one of these areas that's makes the database unreliable. So you're going to see when I get to the database portion of how this affects the final product. Secondly, out-of-date information. Lots of these databases, if you go to the bottom of their website, it'll say 2018, 2017, sometimes even going back as far as 2014. And I just consider those type of companies dinosaurs. If they haven't updated their information, the odds are that the people that are that were once part of it have moved on, and they're just not really reliable if you're trying to approach them. And three, not clearly a family investment office, but mainly a wealth management firm that offers investment services to both to individuals and families. Again, coming back to the web scraping idea, is that just by saying that you're a family investment office doesn't necessarily mean you are one, although in some cases it's just a marketing ploy. But what I'm going to do in my database is not completely exclude all of them, but the ones that are just putting that on there purely to say, oh yes, we do a little bit of everything, isn't something that I want to really include in the database. So again, we're going to take a look at the types of investment databases that are catering towards this market. So first of all, for those that don't know, what is a family investment office? Well, a family investment office is a specialized entity dedicated to managing the financial affairs and investments of ultra-affluent families and individuals. And the key characteristics of a family investment office include: 1. Tailored services. FIOs offer bespoke services customized to the unique needs and preferences of wealthy families, including investment management, financial planning, estate planning, tax optimization, and philanthropy advisory. 2. Comprehensive approach. FIOs serve as the central hub for coordinating all aspects of wealth management, including a holistic approach to financial affairs and ensuring alignment with the family's values and objectives. And I'll come back to this. With a focus on preserving and growing multi-generational wealth, family investment offices play a vital role in safeguarding family assets and achieving long-term financial goals. And by leveraging a team of experienced professionals and offering personalized attention, FIOs help affluent families navigate complex financial landscapes while fulfilling their legacy aspirations. Now, there's two types of them. Usually, one is a single family or a multifamily. If it's a single family, then that means if I was a ultra high net worth individual and I wanted to create this vehicle to manage my funds, then I would set up a single office and it would be managed by a team of professionals. In other words, I would not get involved with learning too much about what they're doing because that's what they're for. If it's a multifamily, then it's usually a wealth management firm that has a number of ultra high net worth individuals under their arm and they're managing their funds for them. So it could be either a single or a multi. Both have a great use for people that are looking to approach them with investment opportunities, but there's a clear differentiation between the two. So who likes to approach family investment offices? Well, the top three sectors that often approach family investment offices for investment opportunities are private equity and venture capital. FIOs are sought after as a potential investors in private equity and venture capital funds, providing capital for high growth companies and alternate investment opportunities. In fact, some family investment offices are purely saying, listen, I want to look at these type of opportunities because they're willing to invest in 10 of them for one of them to be super fantastic, and they don't really care if the other 9 fail because the one is going to be a unicorn, and there's a strategy behind that as well. And secondly, this is one of the more popular ones, real estate. Developers and operators frequently seek capital for FIOs for real estate projects, including commercial properties, residential developments, and hospitality assets. So these are not single properties. For example, some of the work that I do with sourcing investment opportunities is for large-scale residential portfolios in some cases. In some cases, it's multifamily buildings. It could be one of them or it could be 10 of them. It could be $50 million to $100 million to $200 million and even more. So again, those type of groups like to approach family investment offices because real estate is generally the way that their family earned wealth in the first place. Not only that, but companies, and in some cases it's just family inheritances throughout the years. But real estate is considered one of the great opportunities why people want to approach family investment offices in the first place. And then the third, private debt and credit. Providers of private debt instruments and credit funds target FIOs for investment, offering opportunities for attractive risk-adjusted returns and income generation. So these sectors leverage FIO's substantial capital-based long-term investment horizon and the appetite for diverse investment opportunities to secure funding and strategic partnerships. Most of the time, these are long-term vehicles. In other words, family investment office generally isn't going to get into something that they're only going to be looking at short-term returns. So that's another thing that makes them really attractive. So let's take a look at the database. Now we're going to look at it in two parts. One is the initial look that I have at the database, and it is going, because this video is going to be in 2 or 3 versions as I create the database and show you how I create it. This part is going to include not only the first part, but the initial look at the database so you can get a better view of how it's created. So this is the first part of the database where it shows that in the beginning there's 5,560 websites. Now there's multiple ones here, so I'm going to end up just filtering them as I go all the way down. Now the issue with getting a database like this is that many times you just can't bulk check a website, because the website may be good but it may not be a family office. So in this case, you're going to see that they're either family office single or they're going to be family office multi. So the exercise that I need to do for this particular cleaning for this client is that I am taking the entire database and I'm clicking each website. So and you can see here I'm already down to number 72. So I will be, over the course of, you can see here we're sitting at April 14th, 2024, and in the next few days of this month I'm going to be validating and verifying every one. So what I've noticed already is that, now again, this is a family office database, as previously mentioned, that has been purchased by one of the big family office websites that's been up for many, many years, and they guarantee accuracy up to about 90%. Now, I can tell you that there is far less. You're going to see 55, 60, and you're going to see at the end what the final number is. But there's a lot more than 10% as far as all they're guaranteeing is emails. But the problem is that when I click many of these websites, they are not family offices. Now, I'm including wealth managers that handle family offices, but some of them are completely misclassified. So if you would have purchased this database, and again, this database is over $1,500, but it's not going to be when it's finished for me, because I don't believe in offering somebody something that is very, very inaccurate. So if you want this database to reach family investment offices, it's going to work out really well for you. But I wanted to show you what the very beginning was, and again, we scroll down to the bottom and you can see all the fields here are complete. We're up to 5396, so there's about 50, there was 5560, but I've removed already some of them prior to making the video, because I wanted to start the video early on the process so you could see how many are actually going to go. And you can see when I've scrolled over, you've got the city, you've got LinkedIn address if they have one. Some of them are going to be unknown. You're going to get title. Most of the titles you're going to see here are senior people, presidents, founders, directors of investments, that sort of thing. And you're going to see some information on sectors in many cases. And then that's it. That's the database. So this is just the first video, and again, we're sitting here April 14th, and we'll check in a little bit later to see where we've ended up with the Family Investment Office database screening. So now you've seen the very first day of taking a look at the database when it had 5,560 contacts. So what's the calculator up here for? Well, you can see here I'm on April 15th, so one day of working on it. And basically working on it means, yes, I've clicked every single website. Again, you can't clean this type of a database using some sort of AI or automation. And what I've done is I've already gotten down to 400 contacts. So I started off with 5,560 websites, and I'm down to 4712. So I've removed 848 bad contacts or bad entries. Again, you saw on my earlier slide what those could be. They could be misclassifications, they could be old websites, it could be websites that are no longer active. And that's why it's really important, if you're buying a database off of the internet, you got to be really careful. Now, some of these companies will say, oh, we'll give you a discount, or we'll give you 10% more, or they'll give you some sort of funny number to justify any dead data. But the problem is you've already got bad data, and now they're going to give you some good data that they may have already just kept in what I call in the bank, as they say, for when those complaints do come in. So the whole idea is when I create a database for a client like this, it's going to be delivered probably about 98% accurate, so I don't have to give them any stories about bad data, because I would have already clicked all the websites, and we're also going to clean it using an email verifier. So this just gives you a bit of an idea. So let's just take a look at where we are right now. So I'm going to scroll down here, and wherever it says yes, that just basically means that I have clicked the website and the website is good. And again, this is just after one day. The client does not have a target of how many they want. What they do want is they want a really accurate database of family investment offices. Again, quantity is nowhere near as important as quality, and you can see here I've clicked up to number 402 on the database, and I'm also going to be providing them more detail here on the right hand side as we build it out. So this just gives you an idea of one day of working on creating the ultimate family investment office database for this client in the USA who's looking to use it to target high net worth clients for real estate opportunities. You can also check out my other gigs on Fiverr. I have a pitch deck review service that is really popular if you're getting ready to send your pitch deck out to investors. Let me take a look at it to make sure that it is actually ready to be sent out. I also have a guide to raising startup capital, 160 pages. I created this for first-time fundraisers. It'll teach you how to do pitch decks, business plans, and other key initiatives when it comes to fundraising and other fundraising gigs. And if you need help to write your startup pitch deck, if you've got a business plan already completed, I can actually get you started on that. So just check those gigs out on my Fiverr profile. For more information on my databases and fundraising services, click my Fiverr link below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.